Hello everybody. In today's lesson, we're going to be talking about two-way tables and probability. So first, for some vocabulary, a two-way table is a frequency table that shows data of two different categories from one source. And so one category is going to be represented by rows, and the second category is going to be represented by columns. And so we see this example of a two-way table right here. And so it says a random survey is conducted on freshmen and sophomores about whether they are attending a school event. And the results are organized in this two-way table. And so we see that one category is attendance. And so that's going to be represented by columns on whether they attended the event or didn't attend the event. And then the second category would be class. And so that is represented here with the two different classes that we did the survey on of freshmen and sophomores. And then we have something called joint frequency and marginal frequency. So the joint frequency are the entries in the two-way table. And so that's going to be the 25, 44, 80, and 32 are my joint frequencies. And so if I'm reading this table, for instance, that 25 means that 25 freshmen attended the school event. And then the marginal frequency is the sum of the rows and columns. So for example, one of the marginal frequencies would be 25 plus 44, which is 69. And so that would be a marginal frequency. And you can do that with both rows. So you can do 80 plus 32 to get 112. And same thing with adding the columns. So 44 plus 32 to get 76. And 25 plus 80 to get 105. And so those are giving the amount per row or column. So for example, this 105 down here would mean that 105 students attended the school event. So let's go and do two examples where we're actually making this two-way table. So number one says, in a survey, 116 juniors and 114 seniors respond. Of those, 42 juniors and 77 seniors plan on attending. Organize these results in a two-way table, then find and interpret the marginal frequencies. So let's start with what we know. So we know that in this survey, 106 juniors and 114 seniors respond. So that means in this total category, I have a total of 106 juniors. So I'm going to write 106 in the total. And I also have a total of 114 seniors. Now the next part says, of those, 42 juniors plan on attending. So I'm going to go to my junior row and write 42 under attending. And then I also know that 77 seniors also plan on attending. So I'm going to go to the attending column and write 77 next to seniors. So that's the information that I have so far. Now I need to fill out the rest of these entries. And so I want to use what I know about frequency tables. So I know the total is going to be these two numbers, 42 and not attending, added together. So that means to find the number of not attending, all I need to do is subtract 42 from 106. So when I do 106 minus 42, I get 64. And then the same thing with this next row. I need to do 114 minus 77 to get 37. Because now if I look across, 42 plus 64 equals 106. 77 plus 37 equals 114. And then I need to find these totals. So for these totals, I need to do 42 plus 77. And I get 119. here, I need to do 64 plus 37, and you get 101. And then for this last total, you can either add 119 and 101 or 106 and 114. It doesn't matter. Either way, you'll end up with the same answer of 220. Okay, and then it asks to interpret these marginal frequencies. So if I look at this 106, that 106 means that 106 juniors responded, which it says in the prompt, and 114 seniors responded. This 220 means that 220 students were surveyed. So in total, there's 220 students surveyed. This 119 is the sum of the attending columns. So that means that 119 students are attending. And then this one means 101 students are not attending. So that is the sum of the not attending column. Okay, let's look at one more. So this one, it just says to complete the two-way table. So I have a table here and it has part of it filled out. I need to figure out what the rest of the entries are. So the first one I noticed is I have in this total, in this last column, I have a 27 and a 61. Well, I know that 27 plus whatever this blank is equal to 61. So to figure out what that blank is, I can just subtract 61 minus 27. And when I do 61 minus 27, I get 34. Another total I see here, I have a 42 and 61. I know that 42 plus whatever this blank is, is equal to 61. So I can do 61 minus 42. And when I do that, I get that this is 19. And so you can just keep going like that. There's a couple different ways you can do it in different orders. Either ways are going to be correct. Here I see the next thing I can do is fill out this blank for no. I know that whatever this blank is plus 15 is going to equal to 19. And so I know that 4 plus 15 is 19. To figure out this yes, I know that whatever I add to that, add 4 to that is going to equal to 27. So if I do 27 minus 4, I get 23. And then for this last one, I know that 23 plus whatever this number is equal to 42. So I can do 42 minus 23, and I get 19. And I can always check my work at the very end. I can see, okay, 23 plus 4 is 27. 19 plus 15 is 34. 42 plus 19 is 61. So I'm good on all my rows. And then I can check my columns. 23 plus 19, I get 42. 4 plus 15, I get 19. 27 plus 34, I do get 61. And so since everything ends up adding equal each other, I know that I'm good.